Matt Bernier, joined by DRF's national handicapper Mike Watchmaker. It's the Breeders' Cup 2017 Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. We know that it's the best betting weekend of the year as far as horse players are concerned. You can get prices all over the place, and guess what? You can get prices that they're not crazy long shots. Just because they're a big number doesn't mean that they're completely overmatched. You and I are going to throw out a couple of names here that we're both intrigued with. We both like the horse that you're throwing out here for the mile.
Well, I'm shocked that we picked the same horse, but maybe we'll both be big heroes.
Fingers crossed.
After that race. I like Zelzal in the mile, and I think, I have him 15-1 in the DRF line, and he's 20-1 on the morning line here at the racetrack, and I think he'll definitely be in between those numbers. And I think Zelzal has an excellent chance to win this race for two reasons. Number one, there is a ton of early speed in this mile. I mean, a lot of it. And Zelzal is a horse who can successfully come from off the pace. Mm-hmm. Number two, I think Zelzal's form is darkened. His recent form is darkened by starts on very deep turf courses. And I think he's going to relish a much firmer going that he's going to get here on Saturday. And I'm just hoping the stretch is long enough for him to get up in time.
Yeah, you bring up the firm going. That was the big thing for me. You go back and watch his most recent start over in France. It was at Chantilly. It was a matter of he made this big, bold move, and he just flattened out at the end, but it was over soft going. Right. Both of his group wins overseas have come on firm going. I understand the filly and mare turf. I understand it goes through Lady Eli. She is strictly the horse to beat in that spot. I'm very interested in Wuheda for the same reason I am with Zelzal. I feel like getting back to firm going is going to be her friend. She was supposed to run in the QE2 a few weeks ago at Keeneland.
She was a weekend warrior horse that day.
She was. You like Wuheda as well. So she had a corn issue. It seems like it's all cleared up. I kind of feel like getting to the firm going is really going to be beneficial for her. Maybe the mile and an eighth is less than ideal. Maybe she would really want that mile and a quarter. But I just kind of feel like at 20-1 on the line, you think she's going to be every bit of the 20. I hope you're right.
I do.
There's a part of me that just feels like as a 3-year-old, maybe she can take that step forward, similar to what we saw from Queen's Trust last year winning this race.
Right. Well, I think once you get beyond Lady Eli, who, even those who are picking against her, like you, still have a bit of a sentimental root for her.
Of course.
I mean, and she's just an amazing horse. But once you get beyond her, I think you could throw a blanket over the rest of this field. And Wuheda is very interesting. Queen's Trust is very interesting because I think she's going to like the return to firm footing, and I think her recent form's darkened, and she's got a race earlier this year against Europe's best males that's good enough to win this race. But one of the things that we're dealing with here in these turf races at Del Mar is the length of the stretch. It's kind of short.
Absolutely, and that's going to possibly compromise some of these horses coming from well off of it, especially, keep in mind, the Europeans, if they're used to a bend, it's usually one. Here, you've got to go, in some cases, 3, especially for the filly and mare turf breaking from the chute. In the mile, Mike likes Zelzal, a big number coming in from France.
So do you.
I do, too, as well. Fingers crossed it works out. As far as the filly and mare turf is concerned, Lady Eli, strictly the horse to beat. I'll give a little shot to Wuheda. It's the Breeders' Cup World Championships. You can get big numbers on horses that don't necessarily deserve to be that big. Good luck this weekend.